Hello, my name is Dusty Hollinger, and I am the founder and director of Gifted Hands NYC. And I hope all of you have a wonderful holiday season. Gifted Hands was really birthed in the 1990s when there was a desperate need for serving the homeless. And we began creating programs that would help the students and the women from the shelter to be empowered and to feel like they were doing something that was creating interesting possibilities for their life. We were doing art and design classes, we were doing sewing classes, we were working with those underserved communities that don't really get to do therapeutic recreational activities. And so through these programs we were able to see people becoming empowered and becoming self-sustaining and wanting to move forward.
Gifted Hands has changed my life and made it better. I was living in a drop-in center on 30th Street, and I remember our first art project. It was drawing a bowl of fruit, and everybody in the class was easy to get along with. It was really smooth. Everything was so nice. It was really a nice experience. Life lessons and teaching us about the Lord and telling us how the artwork relates to the stories that she would give us, like the potter and the clay, and we would have clay at that time, or it would be so interesting and fun and engaging. It was really fun. It's something that's really needed in the community, what she does.
So it's been so interesting to watch the faces of the people that we serve when they are able to create and design something, and they've done that with their own hands, and they feel inspired, they feel happy, they feel like they can move forward, they gain hope, and they all say it's a therapeutic recreational experience for them, and it's changed their lives.
I thank Dusty because she stuck by me. She prayed for me, and she brought me back to life. It helped me to get back to reality. I feel so good about it. I'm giving back to the people that I'm going to see that I can relate to what they're doing. She saved my life. She's just helping people.
Gifted Hands is reaching out to about 9 different agencies at this time in New York City. And we are working with HIV/AIDS supportive housing communities, as well as mentally disabled, senior centers, shelters for women, and different long-term programs where women are being empowered to move forward.
Gifted Hands have been a very supportive organization, especially to the women and children in the shelter, in the sense that it gives you a sense of value, help you to recreate yourself, recreate an image for you, in the sense that you can learn something and learn how to rebrand yourself in the world, as in you learn by doing jewelry making, but it's also help you to bring out your creative side, so you can also become a business owner or entrepreneur, do something for yourself, and it helps to re-image the women and children in the shelter, for the less fortunate groups in New York City.
Gifted Hands has about 40 volunteers a year that come in and do different jobs for us. Some of the opportunities they have are to create art and craft packages that will go into the inner city, jewelry design packages. We have designers come in and create those, and people then that will package those to be able to go out into the communities. We also have a program called Potential Empower and Train, and that's PET, and that's what it stands for. It's a program that we help women go into a small business. We teach them how to design jewelry, make it, give them a set of tools that they can be empowered, and take them through a 6 to 8 week course from beginners to more advanced. And we also take them on field trips and create opportunities for them to go and see where you would do the buying for the products that they could then sell. So they have two opportunities: to make and create their own jewelry and sell it, or to be able to go in and see where you buy at wholesale and then be able to begin their businesses from there.
It's more than a program. It's like relationships.
It's been fascinating to be able to watch the people grow as we work with them, utilizing their hands and seeing the inspiration that they receive from moving forward. It also helps us to connect with people, and so you're seeing artists evolve right in front of you, because most of the people we work with have had no experience in the arts or design, and so we're being able to capture their design abilities and also create friendships that are lasting. So many of the people that have come to us through our programs have now become volunteers, or they become staff, and it's just been an amazing opportunity for us to see growth in so many.
It impacted me so much, and I'm just happy to be able to give the hands.
I really would recommend this program to anybody in need, or need a family or friends or anything. It really is needed. It's necessary.
Hey everybody, Stacy Beam here in Nashville, Tennessee. I am really excited to get to celebrate Gifted Hands and Dusty Hollinger, the work that she does with the community there in New York. It was a wonderful season in my life that I got to know her and just be inspired by the work that they do there. So I've invited my daughter Bentley.
Hi!
To help me out, and we're going to do some Christmas songs for you.
Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all the children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes
Buchanan.
And I've been volunteering with Gifted Hands for the past 4 years, and it's been incredible to work alongside Dusty and see the joy and hope that Gifted Hands brings people. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Hey, this is Rich Swingle, and I am so delighted that this event is happening for Dusty and Gifted Hands. It's just been a joy to know her over the decades. She and I met in 1993, and if memory serves, she started Gifted Hands in 1995, and I was working with her clients from that year, right from the start, doing social drama with them, getting them on their feet and acting and performing for them. And boy, it's been such a joy to see some of their creations and to see their transformed lives through the work that Dusty and the other volunteers are doing. This piece was written by another friend who's known Dusty longer than I have, Mac Nelson, performed in the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, and I hope you enjoy Harvey Silverstein.
How was I supposed to know who they were? I mean, I'm only a lowly innkeeper after all. I can still see them out there on that donkey. I mean, if you ask me, if you really want to know the truth, it was my wife Syl's fault. I mean, if it would have been left up to me, I would have let him have our bed. But Syl, she says,
Harvey, not only is there not enough room, but there is nothing for them to eat. Unless you want to give them a matzo ball. Or unless you want to run to the store for an egg, a milk, and a bread.
Syl, we'll have our young son Hansel run out to the store for an egg, a milk, and a bread.
I am not going to have my young Hansel going out into the cold night air for an egg, a milk, and a bread. If I wouldn't sing Hansel, what are the chances I'd sing Gretel? Neither one of them could find their way home.
I'm sorry, Syl. I'm just trying to be as kind as possible to this nice young couple. I mean, she looks quite pregnant.
Well, I guess if they don't mind sleeping out with our animals, we could let them have the barn.
So I went out to the barn in this cave, and I cleaned it up as best I could, but let me tell you, there's only so much you can sweep a dirt floor. So I got back to bed, but I could not sleep. I was tossing and turning and tossing and turning all night. In the middle of the night, the sky got so bright. I leapt out of my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, threw up the sash, and said, Syl, you gotta come see this star.
Harvey, get back to bed. It's the middle of the night.
No, Syl, you gotta come, look.
Get back in bed or I'm gonna throw you there and you get no matzo ball. That is quite a star. Oh, and look at all those sheep and shepherds all over our backyard. Harvey, get down there and see what's going on.
So I went out back and I pushed my way through all of the sheep and the shepherds and when I finally arrived at our cave, I look in and there, in my cow Jehoshaphat's manger, is a baby. Oh, I felt so guilty. Guilt like you've never seen before. So I got, and then this angel appears, standing, floating really over the baby. And he said, peace to you. For unto you is born this day in the city of David, that's our Bethlehem, the Messiah, which is Christ the Lord. When I realized who the baby was, I got right down on my knees. And when I did, I realized that everyone else had brought a gift. Oh, I felt so cheap. Hey, Sil, come quick and bring the money back. I figured that with all the people staying in our inn that night, we could afford to buy the baby whatever he might need. But the mother said, all he wants is me.
Okay, Harvey, I've got the money. We'll give them whatever they want as long as they'll just get off of our lawn. Oh, a baby.
So that night, my wife Sil and I gave our hearts to the baby Jesus. Right in there. And we have never had such peace or joy as since that night.
Hello, I'm Joyce Swingle. My husband Rich and I have known Dusty and her ministry for more than 20 years. What she does is amazing and it's so life-changing. We are very proud to be associated with her.
I was young, but not that young. My mother sent me to the field, this field, to bring some food and some blankets to my father at night. She couldn't go because she was in her seclusion. She was carrying my baby brother. And I went, and it was so exciting to me because I never am allowed to stay out at that age. And I brought the food to my father and the blankets, and I wanted to stay up all night. You know, see, he was a shepherd, but not just any shepherd. We raised lambs for the temple sacrifice. That meant he had to be extra careful because you cannot have a damaged lamb. My father had the best rate, no injury rate, of all the shepherds. And so I was so excited, and I wanted to stay up to keep him from lions and bears. But I was getting drowsy. I was little after all. So I'm not really sure if it was a dream or not. But all of a sudden, there was this bright light. And there was in the light a person, kind of a person, but not a person. Maybe a person. And a sound. And I heard this sound, and the voice said, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy, which is for all the people." Oh, I looked at my father. I never saw him afraid. I think he was afraid. I looked at him, I looked at the other shepherds, and all of a sudden, we heard this music and light everywhere, all around us. And this music, I can't tell you what it sounded like. It was the most beautiful sound I ever heard. Glory to God in highest, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests. It was a big noise. I can't tell you. I wish you could hear it. I can't do it justice. It was like angels. And when the sound stopped, the music faded. It reminded me of when my baby brother was born. Because, in Israel, when a baby boy is born, all the neighbors come to sing. Now I'm older, quite a bit older. And I remember hearing about this baby when he grew up. Jesus, they say, Messiah. And I knew my mama and my daddy were always praying for Messiah to come. That night, the shepherd said, "Is this Messiah?" You see, the angels had told us, you'll find this baby in Bethlehem, wrapped up in his birthing cloths, tight, so he feels like he's just safe, like from the womb, and lying in a place of feeding. So all the shepherds said, let us go, let us go. But you see, we don't go into town very much. Because even though we are important to the temple, I realize shepherds are not very important to other people. Maybe it's because we can't keep the law of cleanliness, you know. You always have to tend your animals. How can you be clean to enter the temple? But that day we said, we're going. And my father grabbed me up and he ran to town. And we found the baby just as described. Lying where animals feed. Now you see I understand what kind of Messiah he is. But when he was born and the angels sang, I didn't know they were his neighbors. You see, he came from heaven. And would not the neighbors come and sing when the baby boy is born? I was disappointed like all the others when he was put on the cross. But then he was resurrected. Now he's back in his home. And I no longer need to worry about the temple. I am not less than anyone else, though I am a woman and a shepherd's daughter. I can go and see my God.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight and getting a glimpse of the hearts behind Gifted Hands NYC. Dusty Hollinger and her incredible team of volunteers do such valuable work, serving NYC's underserved in so many places. Some locations include women's shelters, low-income senior housing, HIV/AIDS hospice, immigration shelters, and in the streets. Please help Dusty and the Gifted Hands team reach their goal of $15,000 so they can continue to stand in the gap and fill the many needs of NYC's underserved through their 2020 crisis response efforts. Please give generously through Venmo at gifted-hands-6 or through the link at giftedhandsnyc.org. Thanks again and happy holidays from everyone at Gifted Hands NYC.